Are your dating standards a curse rather than a blessing? Here's a fresh perspective. There's no such thing as too high or too low standards. The key thing is if you're looking for one match that resonates with you. In this video, I'm going to bust myths about having too high or too low standards and talk about how to have fun again in dating. It is meant to be fun, right? Hey babe, I'm Dr. Catalina, the Intimacy Doc. If you're new here, I'm a psychologist who helps you have great sex and intimacy that you desire and deserve. So if you haven't already, subscribe and follow along and ask questions. So let's first talk about this myth about having too high or too low standards. First off, there is no too high or too low. There is just you and what you resonates with you. I love when we talk about mirroring in relationships. And the reality is that when you are just so fabulous, you're dynamic, you have all of these aspects of you, you don't just fit into one box. You want someone who can at least match that frequency and preferably inspire and complement that. The reality is that people are calling your standards too high. Maybe theirs are too low. It's just what you like, what you are wanting. It doesn't have to do with anyone else. There is no right level for anybody. There's no right things that we should have. We focus so much on traits rather than on how we feel. When we talk about mirroring in a relationship, it is mirroring the amazing sides of you being reflected back onto you. Instead of thinking about these lists of 6'5", finance, blue eyes, trust fund, instead of thinking of those, I encourage you to think about how do you want to feel with your partner? And the reality is that if you have a good job, if you are educated, if you have a very full life, then we no longer look for relationships out of a place of need, but instead of a place of want. That's what I want for you, and that's what I think we all deserve. First off, let's just say fuck this idea of having too high or too low standards. No, you want a match. You want a match that exists at your frequency and has the same passions and lifestyles, and that's what you will attract, and making choices accordingly. Another thing to keep in mind when people talk about standards, again, if you've been told you have too high standards, is probably the fact that you are embracing all of you. The more you actually live authentically and are honest about showing all of those sides of you, which the reality is a lot of people don't. It's hard to feel vulnerable and to show all of those amazing sides as well as some of your shadow sides. Sarcasm, your depressed side, your neuroticism, all of the sides of you that make you you. So in dating, take away this pressure of all of these things, and instead, when you embrace all of you, that's actually what's going to foster an authentic, genuine connection. And also save you time later on if someone can't contain and embrace and celebrate as well as compliment all of the sides of you, particularly in the beginning. The reality is that they won't be able to in the long term. So next, let's talk about reciprocity in relationships and how key it is. Reciprocity means that your energy gets mine. And the reality is that when you have so much in your life and you know this, you have that self-assurance, you want that back. You want that in your partner. The ideal relationship isn't this. It's this. It's two people, independent, who can then be interdependent. Again, reciprocity is the foundation for which then you can have expansion. The energy that you are putting into a relationship is the energy that you naturally want back. No, this doesn't have to mean transactional. No, this doesn't have to mean quid pro quo. Reciprocity is about this natural ebb and flow. Relationships aren't 50-50. This is about mutual respect, mutual understandings, and living by principles in the relationship that are going to support the relationship. Keeping in mind, there's you, your partner, and your relationship. And thinking about this from the get-go of dating is going to set you up for having the foundations of a pretty healthy, secure relationship. All right, so now that we've busted this idea of having too high or too low standards, let's talk about making dating fun again. First off, clarify your values and your intentions. The reality is there's just such a lack of consciousness in dating. The UX of apps absolutely encourages this, and the reality of life encourages this. Everything is meant to just be fast, 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 that our brain begins to just do the same things over and over, even in real life situations and even in texting and communicating early on in dating. And so really starting off dating of what are your values and intentions? Why are you doing this? How do you want to feel? Clarifying that from the get-go. Tip number 2 is to embrace the journey. Stop focusing on the outcome. When you focus on, oh, are we gonna get married? Are they gonna do this for me? You're focusing on things later rather than just, how do I feel right now? Again, every single moment, you can begin to get yourself into feeling. The more you clarify what it is you want, how you want to feel, then your brain's like, oh, wait a second. Yeah, no, this resonates. I like this. I like this. And then it's going to want to expand on this. It's also going to save you a lot of time because you're going to learn very quickly and efficiently what doesn't resonate and then stop that. Find someone else. There's so many people out there. Come from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. Tip number 3, focus on genuine connections. We know that online dating is predominantly focusing on attractiveness, when that is just such a small portion of it. Focus on a genuine connection. And again, if you can't have that, that's where you start off with, okay? Like if you can't be genuine and authentic, then no, you're not gonna find that in a partner. And so the work starts with you. And yes, it can be work, but the work can be fun. So stop focusing on all of these lists and this criteria. Instead, focus on really fostering a genuine connection. And tip number 4 is enjoy, have fun, go do things that you actually enjoy. Whether it's you or your date who plans things, do new things. Check out new places, go for walks in new parts of town. Bring novelty in. Okay, this encourages your body to get stimulated and to explore, like, how do I feel in this? But then also brings novelty to the relationship between you two. Dating is meant to be fun. It's not just about getting a free dinner and expecting a man to pay. No, just go out and have fun. Do fun things. Go skating. Again, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Try something new. Make the date fun. We all want a match. We all want a partner. Humans are social mammals, and you want a pure, authentic connection. Embrace and honor what you want to invite in to your life is up to you. And try to enjoy the process. Try to have fun in it. Try to bring some levity to it. A partner is meant to complement you, not to save you or to fill this gap in you, to complete you. That's all Hollywood bullshit. You have everything inside of you already. And wanting to join the journey with someone else, sure, why not? But your standards aren't too high or too low. There's reasons, and if you want to know more about reasons of why we attract who we attract, let me know down in the comments and I'll make a video. You're fabulous. All of you, all the sides of you are exactly where you are. And that's what you clarify what you want to attract in and have fun while doing it. Okay guys, let me know what resonates with this and let me know if you have any questions. And again, thanks for being here. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next time. Have the day you desire. Cheers.